Hello, mugs. It's like November 6th or something, which means I'm a week late to recording this. But it's Wolfie Manga unboxing time for the month of October. Spooky season has wrapped up, and as far as the world is concerned, that means it is Christmas. There's nothing in between now and then. It doesn't exist. It's simply December now for the next 2 months. We don't have much to look at, honestly. There was I definitely had more planned for this month, but as I was going through and ordering my manga haul, I noticed that like the dates for a solid like half, maybe more of the manga I was supposed to buy this month got moved to November. So this month is gonna be a bit bigger, but this October not quite as big. I only have what remains pretty much. Also, I am like recovering from this weird head cold type thing, so I might sound a little nasally or something. I don't know. It's fine. I'm sure it'll go away in a few months or so. Anyway, we have a little bit to look at nonetheless, so let's dive into that. For our first manga, we have the penultimate volume of My Dress Up Darling, volume 14. After I think it ended this year on the 4th of July, right? I think it's close to that probably. I'm probably just making that up because it's like a date close to it, but we are very, very close to the end of it. Notably with this volume, it's so far I think one of only 2 volumes of My Dress Up Darling I bought that wasn't like saran wrapped on the shelf. I did look through it. It is like a pretty tame volume, all things considered. It's very, very, very cute, very wholesome. There's just not much like of the parental advisory stuff here. I don't wanna like flash it open on camera because there are some spoilers in this volume for how the story goes, but it's also a rom-com manga, so you can probably guess how the story evolves. I'll leave it up to you. It's really any direction it could go. But I'm excited to see how this is gonna wrap up because I have been reading physically, which means I don't know the ending yet. I can assume the ending. Once again, it's a rom-com manga. But volume 15 should be here someday, and I'm excited to have the full collection on my shelf. Next, we have volume 5 of I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day. This series is, I think I've said it before, I'm going to probably say it many times after this too. This series is coming in very fast. I feel like I just started collecting this, but also time is a concept that I don't quite understand. So it could have been like a year since I started grabbing this. I don't know. I know I bought it and then the anime got announced. So whenever the anime announcement happened, that's when I started collecting it. But we have volume 5 here. I like the cover art of this. I like the cover art of most of the series. It's very simple, but it gets the job done, you know? It is a very entertaining... It's a... What's the word? Like, the cover art does not prepare you for what's inside the pages. It's very reminiscent of I Want to Love You, or not, yeah, it is very reminiscent of I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day. I'm sure it is. No, this current season's This Monster Wants to Eat Me, with the sort of bloody Yuri, but it's definitely a bit different there. But you know, we have to just see how it comes along. I'm excited to see how this gets adapted though, especially with the current adaptation of Monster Wants to Eat Me going on. I have mixed hopes, so we'll see how this goes. Speaking of this current season of anime though, we have volume 7. This is a very thick volume of Chitose is in the Ramune bottle. I would say it's currently airing, but that's not true. It is on hiatus until December, so technically it is not currently airing, but it is theoretically in production. So if you're watching Chitose, I hope you're enjoying it. I do really enjoy this light novel. If anyone is unsure about continuing Chitose now that it's been delayed or whatever, and you're coming here for my professional opinion, I do think the first arc or so of Chitose's Ramune Bottle is the weakest part of the series, and where they go after that is a lot more interesting. I love the character development and the like side stories that we follow as we go further into the light novel. So I would say keep going, but I can't control what you do. But yes, Chitose the Ramune Bell Volume 7 is here. I remember picking this up and just thinking, damn, this is a thick-ass light novel. And I put it on my shelf, and it's actually not that much bigger than the other volumes of the series. So I guess it's just bigger than most light novels, and I'm just not used to it. But it's also, like, it's printed a bit differently than other light novels, I think. Like, just the general feel of the book. So that could also be doing something for it. But that is all the books I have. That is everything. Just these, hold on. Is there a better way to do this? Yes. Yes, there is. Yeah, just these three. That's everything. That's all I got. There was supposed to be more, for sure. It just... I don't know. I don't know what happened. The production of the manga this month just got stalled for some reason. So it all got moved into this month, which means we'll be having more of a haul this month. However, that's not everything I have. I do have some video games off to the side here. I actually have more video games than I do manga. So I'm not retitling this series. But just know it might be a bit hard to call this a manga unboxing. I'm not even unboxing anything anymore. Whatever. You know what? Wolfie Manga unboxing is always in its own thing, alright? I don't want to hear it. Anyway, we have one new release for this month. The disc is in my console, so I can't even like show it off. Battlefield 6 for the Xbox Series X. This is a very rare occasion. Genuinely, because GTA 6 got delayed again to November 17th, I think, next year. For the next calendar year, next 365 days, this might be one of the only 2 Xbox Series X games you see in this like series. I'm gonna be real. I don't collect for this console very much. There's a very few games I bother buying for the Series X. You can probably guess what the other one's gonna be in that time span, but there's not gonna be a lot. I could happen to pick something up. I don't know, but theoretically, this and the other game are going to be the only 2 things in the next 365 days. Yeah, I don't have the disc in here. It's in my console. Battlefield 6 has been fun, by the way. If you like shooters, or you were like thinking about picking up Battlefield 6 because you liked Battlefield 3, 4, but didn't like some of the newer games, it's a great game. It's very fun. I put in a good amount of hours on it. Admittedly, not as much as some other people, because I have other games to play. But it is a very solid Battlefield experience, so I will vouch for it on that regard, at least. Next up, we have a set of games here that I picked up just kind of randomly out and about. GameStop is doing its buy 2 get 1 free on all pre-owned games for Pro Week, so I decided to cash into that a little bit just because I happened to walk into a GameStop. I don't actually have one like that close to me, so it's not too often I'm like just barging into one. But we have the GameStop pickups, which includes 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim, which is, I have this game on the Switch, to be fair, but this PS4 version is something I've been hunting down for a while. I was doing a collection of sorts for a bit, and this was one of the games on there, but I did not end up ever finding it, so I put it to the side and forgot about it. And then when I saw it in the store, I was like, oh shit, they have 13 Sentinels. So I ended up grabbing this pretty much immediately upon seeing it. There you go. But there we go. This was a very funny experience just in the store, because they did not know where this game was, like, in the drawer. I don't know if you've never been in a GameStop. I assume my American viewers have, but like I don't know how game works in Europe or whatever. Every store like takes the discs out of the box and then puts them behind the counter in these like sleeves. If they have multiple copies, they'll just like tuck the disc away inside the box instead. But they had no idea where this game was located, because they didn't put it at the start with like the numbers, like before A. It wasn't under T. They could not figure it out, and then someone else walked in to like switch shifts, and they're like, oh, it's under S. Like they knew right away. And this guy spent like 5 minutes looking for this game. Anyway, 13 Sentinels, I guess, for him. Just a story to share. Next we have .hack GU Last Recode, another JRPG, of course. You'll get a trend for that, I'm sure. Once again, very, very interesting box art here, huh? This is a game I have had my eyes on for a while. I think I do own it like digitally on the PlayStation. I think I bought it at some point in the past. I just haven't ever actually gotten to playing it. But this is the collection of the first 3 hack games, and I think a fourth like special one on the collection itself. But I've heard a lot of good things about these games, and I am excited to get into it. I don't know when I will, to be honest, but I'm excited to play it whenever I do eventually get around to it, maybe, possibly, hopefully. But yes, we have .hack GU Last Recode. And the final game I got on the sale was the one I'm most excited about, because running into this in the wild is not exactly the most common thing that happens, but something I appreciate nonetheless. I have the Somni Files Day 1 edition on the PS4. I have been meaning to pick up a copy of a physical copy of this game since it released, pretty much. I played this game when it came out, so like day 1. I bought it digitally because the physical copy wasn't like immediately available to me, and I wanted to play it because it was a Spike Chunsoft mystery visual novel. And I love it. I love the sequel. I am in the middle of playing No Sleep for Kaname Date, so I can't comment on that one super exactly. But I have gotten a few friends into this game. I have talked about this game way too much, and I finally have my hands on a copy of the first one. Now, would the full Day 1 edition be cool? Sure, but I am just happy to have a physical copy of the disc game. Thank you very much. We even have the... We even got the stickers. They were still like with the game, so I was able to grab those. I did get the warranty on this because I don't know when the fuck I'm gonna find this game again. If it somehow breaks in the next year, like oh well, shit. But it's fine. It was not that expensive. But there we go. We have our full haul for this month in terms of games. The single Xbox and mostly PlayStation 4. That's a common trend, to be fair. But that's everything. That's all I got for you. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next month. Bye bye.